going to be the last time I paint my nails red as a 14-year-old. So I'm gonna use this Revlon super lustrous nail polish that my mom got me for Christmas with a clear coat that she also got me for Christmas. I don't know if I want to do it this way, but this is basically what oh my gosh. Jump scare. This is what my nails look like. I cut them yesterday and I removed the nail polish this morning, so they've had enough. But this thumb literally has so many layers ripped off of it. Like, okay, so this is what I was talking about. Super lustrous Revlon and the clear coat that has turned pink now because of this and my other red nail polishes. I don't know if this is gonna look entertaining, but it looks entertaining to me because this is what I see every time. So over the weekend, my sister told me to list 14 things that I learned at 14. And I've seen a lot of people do this at like 20, but I'm gonna do it because I wrote all of them out. These aren't the same ones I told my sister, but they still work. And this is in a very aesthetical lighting right now. Number 1, never let them know your next move. This is a key thing in wanting to achieve something, but you don't have to tell other people all of your plans, you know? Like, to be honest, it's pretty annoying if you do it, because what if you like end up changing your mind, you know? You're probably going to have the urge to tell the same people why or how you changed your mind, which it's just like annoying, you know, like even to yourself. So never let them know your next move, and conceal your intentions, because that ties with don't never let them know your next move. And it's like that meme, but it's like a really good rule to live by and a really good thing to know. There was this time in my life, like when I was 14, so very recently compared to these other times, where I just constantly felt like I had to notify every single person who I saw about my life, and you don't have to do that. You can just keep it to yourself. You can just tell your close circle of friends who you feel comfortable with. Now I don't feel comfortable with the people who I told my information to. I don't feel comfortable that they know that stuff. I don't think they remember. They're pretty good people. They wouldn't like use it against me, you know. It wasn't even that bad. It was just like this constant urge that I had to tell people my next moves, like everything I was going to do. That also goes in with validation. I don't know, this is a very deep talk that I'm talking about. One hand, done. Number 2, many people are ethnocentric, and it's not really your responsibility to expect them to think otherwise. I wrote it's not your responsibility to educate them, but it kind of is your responsibility to educate people who are thinking from an ethnocentric view. Ethnocentricism is
evaluation of other cultures according to preconceptions originating in the standards and customs of one's own culture.
just know that not everyone has open minds about the way people do things, you know, other people's traditions and cultures. It's fine that they don't know about it, and like you can tell them about it. And I came to the realization of this near the end of the 8th grade. Number 3, if they wanted you, you would know. Okay, I got this from a very amazing YouTuber person, and she said this, and I repeat this in my head every single time I see a cute guy or anyone cute in the hallway. And I'll be like, you know, if they wanted you, they would know. But it's not even like someone who doesn't even know who I am. Like they know of me because we make eye contact, you know, hallway crushes, that thing. But it's like with anyone, honestly. If they wanted you, you would know. So that's what keeps me in my grips, because if they wanted you, you would know. Just repeat that in your head if you're like lovesick or love struck, or like you have a major crush on someone but they don't even talk to you. Number 4, I really like this one. The past isn't real, and you can't change what isn't real. The past is real, but you can't really change what's not real, so I just added that in. So it's like really good. It's a really good affirmation, you can say, if you don't like focusing on the past because of bad things that happened, I guess. I mean, it's pretty hard. It's not good to do that, you know. Don't focus on that. Fixate on like the present and your future, because that's some things that you can manipulate in some sort of way. Number 5, no one is going to do it for you. I repeated this in my head the first month that I started going to the gym. Well, actually, no, I lied. I did this for my writing goals that I was writing down, and then I did move it to other areas of my life, like studying for my PATs, which are the provincial achievement tests for the 9th grade. Yeah, no one's gonna do it for you, so might as well just do it yourself. You can't be like a whiny little B word. Yeah. Number 6, yelling your feelings only causes headaches to those who could care less. This is a really big thing. I don't usually like yelling. I can't really yell when I'm in a really emotional state. Any emotional state, to be honest. It's like it hurts my throat too. Like, does it not? Like, people who yell a lot for like their living, does it not hurt your throat? Please get a megaphone. If I had a megaphone for every time I felt like yelling at someone, I would use it every single time instead of yelling at them. I would just turn it on max volume. I don't even know how megaphones work, but I'm assuming that you put it on like a certain type of volume, and then that just changes how loud you are. I think I'm making these shades really red, but it's fine because I like dark red. It's also in really bad lighting, but hopefully it'll turn out well. Number 7, people who you don't see a future with shouldn't be in your present. Every time you search up success quotes, or like future success quotes, or like quotes to be successful, you see some type of quote that sounds like this: people who you don't see in your future should not belong in your present. I really believe in this because this mostly goes for people who are toxic in your life, who always put you down and that stuff, like you don't see them in your future if you want to like grow or whatever, then they should not be in your present. So you, in all of the capabilities that you have to try to just imagine you being successful or doing whatever you want in the future, and then you imagine all the people around you. If that person is not there, then that's a sign, because if you visualizing, your future self. I mean, over time, people do drift away, and relationships do end, or friendships end, or the spark just dies away. That's normal. But if you honestly, truly do not see someone being in your future, then let them go. There's no reason for them to be in your past if you only like them for if you're using them. I don't know. Number 8, the best feeling is waking up for anyone else. So back in my 5 a.m., 4 a.m. grind in 2020, I think, no. In 2021, I used to wake up at 4:30. The earliest time I woke up for a week was at 3:30 in the morning, and I went to bed around 8 o'clock. Yeah, I ate dinner at 5, and that was during the summer. And then I just went to 5 a.m. mornings, and then it got ruined. And then when my hardcore studying sessions, I woke up at 5 a.m. Well, around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And it felt so amazing because it's just quiet in my house. I listen to music a lot. I always have my earbuds in or my headphones in, or I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm listening to music on a speaker. I can function without music, I normally listen to music to drown out outside sounds, but I'm normally fine if I don't have to listen to anything. And it's just the silence of the morning. Sometimes there's birds chirping, which can get annoying, but some of them sing a certain type of rhythm. It just makes you feel better. Especially if you get enough sleep at night. That's also very important. Number 9, your physical health is just as important as your mental health. This wasn't until October. October was when I started going to the gym. My sister started going to the gym a year before, and then I started going to the gym in October. Right now, it's to build muscle and for me to stay in shape. But before, I think I just did it because I wanted my physical health to be just good as my mental health. I did have normally everyone has these types of things, but I literally could care less about elaborating on what I just talked about. Haruki Murakami also stated that your physical health is just as important as your mental health, because he wakes up at freaking 4 a.m. in the morning, writes for 46 hours, and then he runs a marathon. or something. That's basically his writing routine. And then he said that about physical health. So I was like, he's right. Because before going to the gym, I literally walked home for 40 minutes. And then that was the only type of thing that I did. And sometimes I wouldn't even walk the 40 minutes, you know? That was probably the only workout I did for a year. I walked home from school. And it's a 40-minute walk. An hour if I, like, talk to friends or whatever. Number 10. No one really cares about anything. No one really cares about you, themselves, or anything. I'm not trying to see more into this, because sometimes you can just tell right away that people don't care about themselves when they don't get enough sleep at night, or when they're not eating the right foods when they know that they should be eating something healthier. Or maybe they care more about what they're doing, so they don't even have time to care about you. And it's like going to a new place that you've never been to but you've always wanted to, and you don't have the confidence to, like, do things, so you have to ask someone, and you don't even know what you're doing, but you're trying to figure it out on your own. No one really cares. You know, they're doing their own thing. If I'm going to accidentally do something embarrassing, or if something embarrassing is going to happen, I always tell myself that I'm never going to meet these people later in life for them to hold it over me. Not that I wish that would happen to me, but I always repeat that I'm never going to meet these people again in real life, or later in life, you know. So far, I haven't met people who've seen embarrassing. Not even embarrassing. Maybe I thought it was embarrassing back then, but I don't really have a lot of embarrassing moments right now that I don't think about. Why would I even be embarrassed, though? Embarrassment, it's just the mindset, I guess. I get embarrassed about some things, but most of them are just funny, I guess. So no one really cares. Do your own thing. 11. Learn from your mistakes and never make the same mistake twice. So ever since I finished Breaking Bad on the weekend, on Sunday, I think. And Gustavo Fring has this quote that he says to Walter about him never making the same mistake twice. I wrote that down. This one is related to school, because I don't normally worry about having, like, late assignments or things like that, because I normally hand them in like earlier than they're due. Sometimes I don't want to be the first person to hand things in, for the specific reason for a teacher to call you out on it, because it's like, you know, you're, like, singled out in an entire classroom. I reminded myself to hand something in later, so the teacher wouldn't say that I handed it in first. I don't even understand why teachers do that. But I missed the due date assignment, and it was marked as missing. So I made sure never to do that again. I write down a lot of my mistakes, and I try to learn from them as well. I keep, like, this page in my Notion. I think it's called, like, outputs or something. I don't know. It's basically for every quarter of the year I have some things that I should learn from, so I don't make them again, and I reread through them, like, every month. Most of the time it's about fixing some parts that I don't really understand, or getting a grade up any way that I can, so I can, like, you know, understand it better, I guess. 12. No effort equals trash output. So for this example, it could be like, maybe, like, doing barbell squats. If you do, like, not even half a rep, you're not even exercising. You're just, like, you're not doing any. If you want to get better at your typing speed, I don't know. If you don't even put in the effort of learning every single key and which finger is supposed to touch every single key, then you are not even going to have a good accuracy. Accuracy is better than speed, which I learned late, but now my accuracy is pretty, like, 90 to 100, which is fine. No effort equals trash output. That's also for, like, relationships. If you don't even put the effort in, like, being a nice friend, then you are not going to have a friend anymore. Like, especially if that friend is, like, really nice and you don't deserve that friend. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this light. 13. Stop caring and use the word no to your advantage. For this, you have to be pretty specific on the types of things that you should care about. Like, for one, you should stop caring about what others think. if they're especially negative things. For positive things, you probably should care, because then you know that the other person cares enough to, compliment you. But they could be lying. Who knows? But just try not to, I guess. Don't be so pessimistic. For being able to say no, that goes in with like peer pressure, I guess. Or just like someone asking you to hang out and you don't want to because your battery's drained or whatever. And just say no. Or if someone's telling you to do something but you don't feel like doing it for them because you think that they don't, then just say no. You don't have to do it, So, yeah, use that word to your advantage, because then you don't have free will. Number 14, Burger King foot lettuce. I'm kidding. Number 14, never force people into your life when they never fit the puzzle piece. Yeah, I really like this metaphor. I don't know how I came up with this. It's basically what it is. Don't force people into your life if they don't fit the puzzle piece. Your puzzle piece only has so many places and so many areas. If someone doesn't fit into your life, then just let them go. It wasn't meant to be. Believe in fate for once. For this, it normally revolves around keeping people in your life for the wrong reasons, or they just don't fit, You can also match that with if they wanted you, you would know. But you can just interpret all of these things that I said into your own way. But I just finished painting my nails. I hope you liked my 14 things I learned at 14.